Yo, what's good, guys? Today we're breaking down how the NBA has evolved from the 1980s all the way to today, focusing on physicality, play style, and what made each era special. Because if you think the league is soft now, or way tougher back then, the truth is a lot more interesting. After each decade, I will hand out the player of the decade, the best player of that decade, and at the very end, I'll name the best player ever. So stay to the end to see that. The '80s was known as the Showtime era and was defined by players like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins, and Magic Johnson. The 1980s NBA was defined by fast-paced offense, star rivalries, and a balance between skill and physicality. While defenders could still play tough, the rules hadn't yet slowed the game down, allowing for high-scoring matchups and exciting transition play. What made this era special was its charisma. Superstars led teams with personality, and the game felt both competitive and entertaining, setting the foundation for the NBA's global rise.
To get the timing to go up for the block.
Your player of the decade is Larry Bird. Congrats, Larry Bird. The 1990s was known as the physical era, or should I say, the Jordan era, led by players like Michael Jordan. The 1990s are widely considered the most physical era in NBA history, with hand-checking, aggressive defense, and hard fouls being a normal part of the game. Offenses were slower and more methodical because defenses had so much control. What made this era so special was its toughness and competitiveness. Teams prided themselves on defense, and players had to earn every point through contact and resilience. The player of the decade is Michael Jordan. Big shocker, I know. Congratulations to Michael. The 2000s was known as the ISO era, and is defined by players like Kobe, Tim Duncan, Shaq, and Allen Iverson. The 2000s continued the physical trend but shifted towards isolation-heavy offense and structured team defense. Scoring was often low, and games were played in the half court, with stars carrying offense loads through one-on-one play. This era was special because of its emphasis on fundamentals, discipline, individual skill with a slower, grinded-out style of basketball.
That's a point guard, folks.
In my opinion, this is one of the best eras of basketball besides the Jordan.
Kobe wheeling.
Now
what a play to carry out. And the foul.
And a chance to tie.
What a delivery by Kobe Bryant.
A 50-point game in his farewell. Bryant for three. Got it! One last game.
Your player of the decade is Kobe Bryant. Way to go, Kobe. The 2010s were known as the three-point era and were led by players like LeBron James, Steph Curry, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. The 2010s marked a dramatic shift towards offense, spacing, and efficiency, largely driven by the rise of the three-point shot and rule changes limiting physical defense. Physicality became less about contact and more about speed and endurance. What made this era special was the shift towards three-point shooting. Teams noticeably shot way more three-pointers, like the Golden State Warriors making their famous runs in the late 2010s, featuring Splash Brothers Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. This player of the decade was a hard one, so I'm going to have to give it to two people. Stephen Curry and LeBron James. This era is known as the skill era and is defined by players like Shea, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Edwards, and Cade Cunningham. The current era blends skill, athleticism, and versatility at an unprecedented level. Physicality still exists but is more controlled due to the rules that protect players and encourage scoring. Every position has evolved, with big men now handling the ball and shooting from deep. What makes this era special is the all-around talent. Players are more complete than ever, making the game faster, more dynamic, and highly unpredictable. The player of the decade is Nikola Jokic. The overall winner is Michael Jordan. So which era do you think was the best? The tough 90s, the flashy 80s, or today's skilled league? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.